attendance, so don't miss out. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word "Hornets" along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our press relations team will respond immediately. Do you want a Hornets bounce back? Of course you do. So join us at our fan giveaway day and you'll go home with one of your own. Don't miss your chance to join us for upcoming Hornets games. We still have tickets available online or at our ticket booth. And don't forget to come out to our next home game, Hornets fans. Every single fan in attendance will receive a Hugo t-shirt. You don't want to miss out.
Hi everyone and welcome. We bring you a regular season game with extra importance. This is Game 3 of the NBA Cup, a vital group stage contest. Alongside Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce on the sidelines. Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You take a look at the Knicks, in second now, but wanting to claim that top seed. And of course there are the Hornets, behind 4.5 games.
Right now for Charlotte, they wanted to get better. They're putting in the work. Maybe the results will start coming later in the year.
I do think they're capable of more than what they've given so far. If this coaching staff gets them right on track, and once they get a few more games under their belt, the wins will start to come.
And now the opening lineup for New York. Josh Hart is out there with Landry Shamet. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Towns in at the center position. And for the Hornets, Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. MP is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Knipple in at the 3, the small forward.
Boy, when these bigs like Karl-Anthony Towns show off that power, you've got to love it.
And as some of you might know, this game serving as the third contest in group play of the NBA Cup tournament for these two teams. Grant, a lot on the line here tonight for them.
Yeah, B.A., and both sides are very much alive in the group stage at this point. Whoever gets the win here is well on their way to the next stage of the NBA Cup.
Towns gets the bucket.
Well, just tremendous persistence from Karl-Anthony Towns. Even under duress, the ability to stay focused.
Now here's Miller. Last game for him, he had 14. Here's MP. The rebound by Bridges. To the middle. Here's Towns. And it's powered home by Towns.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Martin. Following the bucket by the Knicks. Martin a screen. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Pass to Brunson. From downtown, sinks the tray.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
Martin to pass to Ball. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Miller against Bridges. Looking to end the run. Miller can't get it to go. For New York, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Well, we know he can shoot it, Doris, but Karl-Anthony Towns is most effective when he's also working in the paint.
B.A., he has such an effective arsenal offensively that he's most effective when he's getting to each of those aspects. So, you have back-to-the-basket skills, no doubt. If there's a mismatch, go at the mismatch. But he is also so effective as a driver. Straight line, with intent, and efficient off the bounce. He can also hit a mid-range. There is nothing he can't do on the offensive end.
Well, you love LaMelo Ball staying locked in on that jumper despite the contact. That's excellent concentration.
Back to Brunson from the arc. Drains the triple. Brunson's got 6 points.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
And timeout called by Charles Lee. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Here we go. It's time for the dance table. Everybody on your feet. Show us your moves. Show us those moves.
And now let's see how how teams compare in the early going with a look at the power rankings. You take a look at Cleveland. They're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Seeing where the Hornets are, they've made some mistakes early on, and a drop in the rankings reflects that. They're right in the middle of the pack, and the question now is, can they learn from those errors?
MP to pass the ball, and it's New York with a rebound. They want to keep rolling here following the win against Brooklyn.
And I'll tell you, that was not an easy environment to play in. It was a hostile crowd on the road, but it didn't bother them at all.
Well, the best way to silence a crowd is with your offensive game. Those fans got quiet in a hurry when the buckets started raining down.
And MP throws it down.
I tell you, sometimes you can make a statement with a dunk. MP, yes, sir.
Just under 3.5 minutes elapsed here in the first quarter. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee. When Karl Anthony Towns was brought up, Coach immediately chimed in, saying, yeah, the thing about Towns is the sheer size that he brings. Our guys will have to be physical and make him uncomfortable around the basket to have success. Physicality and aggressiveness will be the key. Brian, back over to you.
All right, appreciate it, Allie. Now here's Hart. Bridges outside. Pass to Towns. Shoots over ball. Hart from long range. And it's MP with a rebound.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Brunson against ball. Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Here's Knipple. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, consistency beyond the arc was a big selling point for Knipple. I mean, he's got really impressive accuracy.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
That's right, fans. Here are your honeybees.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Clarkson comes in for Mikal Bridges. We're at about the midway point of the group stage. A peek at where things stand in the NBA Cup.
Yeah, while there's still some time to make up ground, you have to make your move quick. There just aren't many group games left.
Shamet, he's checked in for Hart, and it's Bridges in for Clarkson. Ball passes to MP. Here's Knipple. The three. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got 6 rebounds in the game. All right, on the line, we've got our insider, Shams Charania. What do you have for us, Shams?
Thanks, guys. Well, head coach Mike Brown taking over this season for New York. He's well aware of the pressure to win a championship. With the Knicks fresh off an Eastern Conference Finals run, but he said this is the kind of pressure you want as a coach, having a chance to win big. And he's excited for the challenge.
You got to respect that mindset. All right, Shams, thanks very much. On the floor for New York, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Mikal Bridges is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. And it's Shamet in at the 3. MP's doubled. The kick out to Ball. Back to MP. Work in the interior. MP.
Defense has to know this. MP, if he gets space inside, he will finish.
Towns on a screen. And it's going to be out of bounds. New York will have another go. Some changes for Charlotte. Miles Bridges checked in for Salon. And Sexton subbed in for LaMelo Ball. And a switch here also for New York. Clarkson's checked in. Outside Brunson. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Martin's got 4 rebounds now. To the paint. Count the bucket. Coming off a perfectly placed pass. Now just a 2-point New York lead.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Towns for 3. And the 3 falls for Towns.
That's his second bucket from range this quarter after hitting none in the first.
Sexton against Brunson. Sexton, that's good. Sexton's got his second bucket on the night.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
Brunson passes to Robinson. Towns for three. Clarkson outside. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Robinson's got 8.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
Sexton passes to MP. Outside for Sexton. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. He's got it. 3 for 7 now.
Collin Sexton has proven to be a very capable three-point shooter, boy. You better be there to contest.
And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. For the Knicks, Hart comes in for Robinson, and Mikal Bridges subbed in for Clarkson. To the inside. Here's Towns. Towns owning it inside.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Martin right side, stolen by Bridges. Fast break, here comes New York. Here's Brunson. Hornets with the rebound. MP's got 6 rebounds now in the game. MP makes his move. Oh, and the dunk by MP.
That's MP with some bad intentions on his way to the cup.
Pass to Shaman. Screen by Hart. Out to the wing. 6 on the shot clock. Towns a screen on Bridges. Hart from long range, and it's Martin with the rebound. Here's Knipple, covered by Towns. Lets the 3 fly. It's been all about Karl Anthony Towns for the Knicks. He put together 10 points in the quarter. Back to the game after this break.
48.
Howdy, folks. I know you've all been clamoring to find out how the Rookie of the Year race is looking, and we are not letting you down.
We all have big expectations for MP, and he's crushing it. Lets his game do the talking. We like to see that from a young player.
I don't think there's any doubt that he's going to go far in this league.
Now let's change gears back to the New York Knicks, who find themselves in a tightly contested ball game.
They've controlled the pace, and it's been fast. Getting out in the open court and scoring before the defense can get set.
Says the Jet. That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
In that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. You know, Karl Anthony Towns has been exceptional here, guys.
I love how effortlessly he scored. The game just comes so easy for him.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Ball and Miller at the 1 and the 2. Knipple out there with Miles Bridges. And it's MP in its center, filling out the middle. So that's who Charles Lee starts in the second half. Well, few descriptions more glowing than saying a player is clutch. What, in your opinion, Grant, enables a player to be that way?
You know, B.A., it's about confidence and command. When you're able to process and execute under the pressure, both internal and external, that's when you have a chance to be clutch.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. The Knicks are able to play 5 out. And Josh Hart told me they surrounded Jalen Brunson with guys who can shoot, guys that command attention. He's able to expose that, scoring the ball and being unselfish. The court is wide open. Guys?
Tons of spacing. Allie, thanks for the report. MP, a screen on Brunson. All no good. And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. Outside Hart. Back to Brunson. It's Brunson working inside.
It's been a dominant night for him, staying productive throughout.
Charlotte trailing. Ball passes to Martin. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Here's Knipple, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Ball passes to Bridges. Miller outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Towns. And let's take a look at the first-year players who have really brought it on the offensive end. Here are the NBA's leading rookie scorers. MP, number 1.
Every year we see people enter the league and put up points, but he's been in a league of his own.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Knipple with a bucket.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
The Knicks have got 2 of 3 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Pass to Brunson for 3. The rebound by Bridges.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
For the lead. And MP with a layup. Martin's got 14.
MP is cooking right now, and folks, this is exactly what we expected from this young man.
Inside, here's Towns. Oh, the powerful slam by Towns.
And for them to get out in front, it feels like they're going to need him to lead the way.
Charlotte has gone 6 for 12 from deep so far in this game. Miller outside. Pass to ball. MP high post, 5 on the clock. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. And here's the fast break. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Wow, Mikal showing off a bit of verticality on that finish.
Now here's Bridges. The 3 from Ball. From distance, LaMelo Ball. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Now Brunson. He's got 10. Over Ball. And it's Brunson missing.
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
The 3 from Ball. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Pass to Hart. Now Towns. He's guarded by Martin. With the fadeaway. Towns can't get it to go. The Hornets have gotten 5 of 8 shots to go in the 3rd. Martin with a screen on Brunson. And here's Martin. Miller outside. The 3 is up. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 6 rebounds in the game. 3-pointer, Bridges. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Knipple. He's got 5. Martin with a screen on Brunson. Down low. Martin misses. The Knicks have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the 3rd. Pass to Towns. 4-3. New York, again, can't hit.
After hitting a couple of threes in the first half, he hasn't had much going from distance. Tremendous lead pass. Boy, that makes your teammates happy, folks.
Knicks trail by 3. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. LaMelo Ball with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Boy, much needed timeout. This guy's scoring at will, and they've had no answer.
Lineup here for Charlotte. New York also. Hart from long range. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. MP's got 11 rebounds in the game.
But they just continue to dominate the boards.
So on the floor for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson is out there with Mikal Bridges. Then it's Josh Hart. And then it's Landry Shamet. And it's Towns in at the 5. Clock at 6. Ball passes to Martin. And here's Knipple from the arc. That shot off.
You know, things haven't clicked for him offensively, but other guys around him, give them credit. They're filling in the gaps.
The kick out to Brunson. Back to Towns. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Most defenses want to protect the paint first. Great job there.
Miller outside. Hart with a rebound. And so it's Hart with it. He brings it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 9. Brunson. And it's blocked by Martin.
Oh my goodness, you can't time that any better than MP. He denies that shot.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Inside goes Brunson, using the glass to lay it in.
Impressive. I mean, challenging at the rim against length. You just have to love the aggressiveness.
You have got to believe that you can score against size on the interior. How about the aggressive, assertive move there?
Yes, sir! Count it!
Always so much creativity to LaMelo's game. Terrific move off the bounce.
Brunson against ball. Look at Brunson, tough in the lane.
The floater is a tougher shot than it looks, but boy, he makes it look effortless.
They've got time on their side here, Graham.
And if they're smart, they'll milk the clock a little.
Ball. Beautiful work with the baby hook.
And this is where the size of LaMelo pays off, folks. 6'7" and ready to finish.
Ball against Brunson.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Second personal foul, 14th foul. At the line for the Knicks, Jalen Brunson. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
He drops the first one, and that brings him within 10.
Jalen Brunson plays bigger than his size. He's aggressive. He's going to go right at defenders. He doesn't care if you're bigger than he is. He will keep coming at you.
Both free throws, good from Brunson. Hornets leading by 9. Here's MP. Now Bridges. a shot. Towns rips down the board.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
Hart. The three is off.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open and yet somehow comes away empty.
Outside ball. Here's Miller. 5 to shoot. Now MP.
They got a big lift from their crowd tonight, giving them the energy they needed.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
Brunson. Oh, touches it off the glass. Here's Ball. I think a bucket here, Grant, would end this game.
Absolutely. That would put a bow on this one.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Knicks.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
And so it's Charlotte winning this one. And they picked up their second win in the group stage of the NBA Cup.
Well, that moves them to 2-1 during group play. And by avoiding that second loss, they put themselves in a good position to advance to the next round.
And let's check in with Jennifer Quintana.
Thanks, guys. You sometimes hear a player refuse to lose, but tonight you really did, MP. You were all over the glass, crossing the 20-rebound threshold in a dominating performance. Walk us through it.
Yeah, we were able to get them out of their comfort zone tonight. Make them take a bunch of shots they weren't happy with. I was able to get a body underneath and get us going the other way up the floor. It was a good win for us all in all. They couldn't deal with our physicality, and I was a big part of that. I know they're not looking forward to playing us again.
Well, you earned that win, MP. Well done.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brian.
Thanks, Jennifer. And that about wraps it up. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.